have open. I like keeping an eye on this. Yeah, so good to see. All right, let's get into it. This week's top performing NFTs. We're starting with a live mint analysis. It's just minted of Running Moon by Licia. So this falls under the ARTBLOCKS umbrella. It was a collection, or is a collection, of 500 NFTs. The mint price was 3 Ethereum. Dutch auction going downwards. I think they sold at a 2.75. Obviously, 500 collection size. So very impressive that they sold it at that price. And if you minted at 3 ETH, you've quickly got a 1 ETH profit. But what's incredible in the last 2 or 3 hours is they've done 1,200 Ethereum in volume, which is really, really, really impressive. And that's why we saw them number 4 on the chart, but they literally minted 3 hours ago. So I think we're on track for them to take the top spot when we look at the charts tomorrow. This is giving you an idea of the art here. You can actually see the floor is quite thin here. So 4, that takes you to 4.2, 4.45. And usually when a project mints, there are always paper hands. Nothing against paper hands. I'm sometimes a paper hand. I think we're all guilty of that. But it will be interesting to see where this settles after the paper hands are out. But if we just jump onto the analytics, you can see 275 sales. Now, that's a lot for a project with a floor price of 4 Ethereum. And you can actually see someone's just bought, it's gone up to 4.15 while we've been talking about it. But almost 300 sales at 4 Ethereum is no joke. And you can see here the floor actually is a little bit behind because they're selling at 4.3 at the moment. Here's that one we saw at 4, so it hasn't yet updated on OpenSea. And then obviously the rarer ones are starting to go as well. And that's always bullish to see when straight away you're seeing the rarer ones going at like double floor price or close to there. So really, really an interesting project. I just thought, since it just minted, a great opportunity for us just to look at it a little bit together. So if we jump onto the ARTBLOCKS websites. And for those of you that don't know, so ARTBLOCKS is a very OG sort of art launch pad for artists. So let's say you're an artist, you want to get into the NFT space, and you want a company or an organization or an umbrella, a project that knows how to sort out the mints and do everything for you, that all you really need to worry about is the art. ARTBLOCKS is the leaders in that. They launch a lot of projects under different artists. They do the marketing for them. They handle the smart contract. They do everything that they need to do so that you don't have to worry about it. They're very well respected. ARTBLOCKS as an umbrella. Obviously, not all ARTBLOCKS projects are created equal. You'll get some that sell out like this one did, and the floor price can be 4 or 5 ETH, and you'll get others that struggle to sell out, and the floor price might be under 0.1. So, you got to be careful. You can't just see ARTBLOCKS and say, okay, great, it's an ARTBLOCKS project, and just blindly mint it. It does really just depend on how the market feels on the time. So this one from today has done really, really well. You can have a look over here. They're saying 25% of the profits will be donated to an organization that supports women and non-binary technologists. And here you can see some of the art, which we can see on OpenSea because it was immediately revealed. One thing about this is the commercial rights are not complete. You don't have full commercial rights. So you're able to share the image. If you own the NFT, you're able to copy and redistribute it in any medium or forum, but under the following conditions. You have to give credit. So you have to say that, this is from ARTBLOCKS. You do not have commercial rights on this NFT. So you cannot use, one of these NFTs as the logo for your new business. So you can't profit off the NFT. So you don't have commercial rights of this, and you cannot make any derivatives of it. So you can't edit the image in any way. So that's just always something that I like to look at, and I think is important to know about this collection, right? This one that we're talking about here. So yeah, very interesting collection, guys. And really done really, really well. And I'm looking forward to see what happens from here as far as the floor price goes. I mean, if we just refresh it one more time, let's see, jump to So it's still at that 4.15. And then if you jump onto here, all of this is available through the ARTBLOCKS website. It's really quite cool. It takes you through all the different attributes, and it gives you a bit of a background on Licia Hay, which we'll look at her Twitter shortly. And it says here, Running Moon is a long-form generative art program by Licia Hay. It will be launched as a series, which it has been. But what I like looking at here, so it's got three major elements, and this just gives you a good idea of the collection. So you've got expansion, segment lines, and texture. And then it gives you sample outputs of what those would look like. And then you've also got your expansion shapes. And then it shows you what those will look like as well. Obviously, more are going to become there will be some that are more sought after than others. And that's obvious to gauge by looking at what is selling above mint price. And what does, like this one, for example, that sold at 7, let's open it. And this one that sold at 7, let's open it and see if there's any similarities that we can see what traits are more sought after than others. And it's always good to get to know if you like want to invest in a project, and also if you want to maybe get to know a project really well to pick up rares and flip and things. It is important to see what's selling well. And you can see both of these has got that same round generation as the other. If we go to traits here, let's just see what's in common between them. So we say here, light mode, shimmering versus bright, disappearing, pencil, roller, New York, and velvet. So I think the rare thing here must be New York, because only 1% have the New York trait. Yeah, so look, very interesting project. Here's the artist's Twitter. Been on Twitter since 2016, has 2,627 followers. So yeah, guys, I really wanted to bring that